This next one is hardly surprising, but at the same time, it kind of is. But I guess it's not because Jungle Cruise has done quite well in this pandemic era. I believe it's crossed 100 million domestically. And it has already gotten a sequel greenlit by Disney. Now, this I think is not super surprising just because it was very evident watching this movie that Disney wants to franchise the crap out of this movie. I don't know if you saw this yet, Josh, but this movie very much did feel like Disney goes, okay, Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, no one wants to touch Johnny Depp right now, and also the past few Pirates movies have made us less and less money, so we probably need to do something new. What's another ride that we want to do? Oh, we can't do a Country Bears movie yet? Jungle Cruise, then.
We need to like, okay, so we're gonna have an Iron Giant jar, a How to Train Your Dragon jar, how long it takes us to bring up Nicolas Cage jar, and you need to have a Country Bears jar, because there's no way. Like, how is it that it's been what, 3 weeks, and I was like, man, I sure hope he doesn't talk about Country Bears again today.
This time it actually makes sense, though.
It does. You're right.
Okay.
Right.
But the thing with Jungle Cruise is you felt like they were trying to franchise this because it's just like, okay, cool. We've got some sloppy seconds of Pirates and some leftovers from some other Disney franchises. Let's merge them together and just Jungle Cruise. It's not bad. It's a fine, slightly below average adventure movie. I'll be curious, though, of like, it's a pretty self-contained story. What would the sequel be? I could, like, it's not set in stone, like, this is definitively the end, but, like, I felt like the story that needed to be told was told in Jungle Cruise. Also, I know The Rock was happy with his pay, but I thought we'd heard that Emily Blunt was not happy at Disney. Is that not the case anymore? Or if it is, Disney will go, we'll do what the Mummy did and just replace Rachel Weisz with somebody else. The audiences will not know the difference. No one knows who Emily Blunt is. The Rock can be paired with anybody, and he can make it work. Which, actually, that's not entirely inaccurate. He made Rampage a success somehow.
Yeah.
But give it to someone that has not seen the movie yet. Josh, Jungle Cruise 2, good idea or bad idea, and why is it not as good of an idea as a new Country Bears movie? Bears.
Stop. I don't think that they're taking the Emily Blunt thing seriously, and that's why they're going ahead and greenlighting a second one. If what you're saying is true, in that the story's kind of come full circle, technically speaking, Emily doesn't have to come back for the second. Technically, if from my understanding of the trailers, if Dwayne is, it feels so weird just to call him Dwayne. Still, after all these years, if he's the guy that runs the cruise, technically speaking, he can just be the one that's always having the adventures and just have a new crew every time.
Well, I won't say too much for you because I think you can at least have some fun with this when it comes like to Disney Plus for free or whatever. But I'll give credit where credit's due, and I said this in my review. The trailers actually hide some seriously big story beats, especially with his character.
Good.
That, again, once you see it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, Pirates leftovers. Like, it was fine, but I think there's a big part of his, again, I'm trying to say it without saying some spoilers, there's some big parts of his character that will be forever changed going forward. I'm going,
Fair.
I just don't know if this has the legs that like a Pirates did, because Pirates will always be interesting and they could have different treasures. I mean, you could do that for this of maybe there's some other expeditions that they go on, some other treasures to find. I don't know. I don't mind the first one. I just don't see this being that interesting as an idea for a sequel, but we've been wrong before.
Mm-hmm. Happily, all the time. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll watch it and give you my perspective, but it's technically this series can't have legs because it's a boat. But anyway,
I was about to say leave the bad puns to me, but we both are the kings of bad puns.